Subscribe to the channel. Let's get right into it. So everybody knows now that Snoop Dogg is the official owner of Death Row Records. It was just about 4 or 5 days ago that he had officially purchased acquired the rights to Death Row Records from this big company. Okay. So now coming out of Los Angeles, California, out in Long Beach, that is Snoop Dogg, real name Calvin Brodus. So you know that the history between Death Row and Snoop Dogg is that when he first started as an artist under Dr. Dre as his producer, that he had met and we seen in the Straight Outta Compton movie, and where he walked down the stairs and he playing the piano and he goes 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Gotcha. So that's where everything started. That's when Snoop Dogg officially got in with Death Row off of that record, off of that song. So this entire time that Snoop Dogg was been with Death Row Records, he was not with Death Row Records his entire career. So at one point he left Death Row Records. And the reason for that is because during his time at the record label, he had not been getting any of the money from his actual songs. They were taking all of that. Snoop Dogg was only getting paid on shows that he did, merchandise and things like that from the sides beside the fact. Okay, so it came to a point where one year Snoop Dogg had enough of the entire Death Row record label. He was different than everybody else. He did not stay in the same side of town as all the people from Death Row Records. He didn't stay near Suge. He didn't stay near Dre. He did not stay near any of them guys, all right? Now, moving forward, he decided to split ways and branch off from Death Row Records and decided that he was going to be joining No Limit, which is owned by Master P. And Master P showed Snoop Dogg and enlightened him on the way of how you do business in the music industry. He taught him about his distribution. He taught him what an LLC was, how to pay your taxes, and everything that you need to know to actually do business in the country. So now Snoop Dogg finally had got an understanding, and from that forward on for the rest of his career, he became a very marketable person, marketable entertainer, and had dabbled his way into several different ventures, whether it was lighters or cookbooks, Martha Stewart, anything like that. Now, Snoop Dogg is always in the news. He is definitely, a part of the mainstream media now, and it's due to the success from what he had learned going through his experiences, starting off in California, Los Angeles, Long Beach, entering in with Death Row Records that was owned by Suge Knight, and then eventually getting lessons learned from the master himself, Master P. And from that moment on, he began to flourish in his career and found different avenues and ways to bring in income and provide for his family and stay in the game for a long time and have longevity. Now, Snoop Dogg is still relevant to this day when it comes to the industry, all the news, and everybody knows this. Now, once he acquired that Death Row Records, then that's when, people are going to not feel a certain type of way. So now Suge Knight probably feels a certain type of way, about this. But right now, Suge Knight isn't free to just go up and do anything to Snoop Dogg. So now we don't know if, how the things work out in Los Angeles, if there's going to be any kind of retaliation or what Snoop Dogg exactly had to do to get Death Row Records back. It seems like, asking for too much when you ask to get an entire label back. So he, obviously Snoop Dogg wanted to be able to get the revenue from the past music that he did. And as you know, Snoop Dogg was a producer in many of Tupac's songs, which are owned by Death Row Records. So acquiring that actual label would bring in all the income and royalties from that. And he actually can get paid from his big work that he did early in his career that he has never seen a dime from. Now, and that's the reason why the big company had that Death Row Records, is because of the fact that they had the Tupac songs, all right? Now that Snoop Dogg has got this, he's been releasing music multiple days in a row. He's already got a music video riding in an ice cream truck where it looked like he got like 500,000 views on that. Now he's got multiple songs coming out, and he's freely doing this. And the next stage for Snoop Dogg is that he said that he's going to want to sign more artists coming out of the West Coast and kind of build and grow Death Row with his vision, his music style, and the sound that he knows and loves is dear to his heart down there in Los Angeles and Long Beach. So now the next move for Snoop Dogg, everybody's kind of got all eyes on him, but he's got a very busy weekend. He's going to be at the Super Bowl. He's going to be talking on television, and he's always doing the news reporter stuff. So with all that going on, he's actually also on the Super Bowl commercial. So we really haven't seen somebody who is a commentator for the game and also is one of the big commercials with his Martha Stewart collaboration on that lighter. Now, hopefully going further, we know we all wish the best for Snoop Dogg. We all want them to have a successful career. Now, if people feel a certain type of way like Suge Knight and they send some people to Snoop Dogg's way, Snoop Dogg should just go ahead and know that, you know, safety is going to be the first priority. You're going to want to stay with like 100 bodyguards around. You want at least, you know, realistically like have anywhere between, you know, 5 and 6 bodyguards around you. Get all corners. You're going to have drivers that are bodyguards, people that ride with you in the car, and people that really move tactical militant style, you know. So this is now a level up in Snoop Dogg's game. He's now joining, you know, the corporate level as far as ownership goes. So this is something big, you know, on the Jay-Z type level. And, you know, we haven't really heard from Jay-Z on what he has to comment about this entire situation. We would normally think that Jay-Z would go and support Snoop Dogg or somebody like that. So once we figure out like an interview from Jay-Z, we'll go ahead and throw it up for you guys. Now, you want to stay tuned on anything else coming out of Snoop Dogg. There's going to be a lot of artists that should be signing. There's going to be a lot of music videos that should be dropping, and maybe major collaborations with hit, already made, like top-notch, top-shelf artists right now. So that should get the brand going. And, of course, everybody on the internet's going to go ahead and get a lot of the merchandise. And, you know, the T-shirts from the record label are already kind of a style in itself. You know, you can see them already at those hypebeast shops. But now people are really going to support because it's Snoop Dogg that's behind the scenes running the entire thing. And that's a person that you could get behind and support. So now you're going to see, you know, the doors open, a lot of opportunities for the record label. And Snoop Dogg should be able to find a way to make it all work. I mean, he's built up a pretty big, reputable brand himself and dabbles into many, many different industries where he's making good income and is not just a average, but a top-notch competitor in those industries. Now, it's very exciting to see what's going to happen, and any kind of investment back in the Long Beach area, to have some sort of new campground, a new foundation, or a headquarters for the label. If the name's going to be changed, we really don't know yet. So that's something to keep in mind of, and we're going to kind of follow up on that information, bring it back to you. But in the meantime, make sure you stay tuned in and subscribe to the channel. Come back for another one. Y'all have a good day.